And one.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm great, Parthenia. It's so good to see you. How are you?
I am doing great. Listen, we're giving a little infomercial for our webinar that's coming up on the 15th. And
Yes.
so I want to introduce you to my friends. This is Jonathan Feldstein, and he is the president of Genesis123. And tell me a little bit about yourself, Jonathan, and how did you get involved? How did Genesis123 come about, and your involvement significantly concerning the Ethiopian Jews and their return in Aliyah that we will be addressing on the 15th.
Great. So it's a pleasure. So as anyone who's listening will hear immediately from my voice, I have a really good English accent because I spent most of my life living and working and raising a family in America. I moved to Israel, gosh, it's hard to imagine, 17 years ago this summer. And it's been a blessing. We have 5 kids who we imported, and we have one who was a native, and now a son-in-law, and now 2 grandsons. And we're living the Jewish dream of being able to come back to the land that God promised Abraham and deeded to all of us. And for most of my career, I have been working in various nonprofit organizations, and most of them are related to Israel and Jewish causes. And over the years, I've done some really, really incredible things. But what's been so meaningful to me and such a privilege is that for most of my career, I have had the ability to build bridges and create meaningful connections between Jews and Christians with Israel. And that was the, if you will, the pun, the genesis of the Genesis123 Foundation, because I also see that so many organizations simply, I'm pretty sure I've shared this with you, just want money from other people. And it's Jewish organizations and it's Christian organizations. And a lot of the times Israel is the nice catch. And that's fine. God does say, bless Israel. But if that's the only relationship, which is writing a check or swiping a credit card or pressing donate on a thing on the internet, to me, that's not good enough. We have to build relationships that are built on much, much more than just something that's monetary. So that's what the Genesis123 Foundation is about. And for another time, we'll share all kinds of the other programs that we do. We can talk about that even on the 15th a little bit, but yeah, that's what we do. And it's such a privilege to be able to do that.
I love that. That's one thing I love about you, Jonathan. We haven't known each other very well, very long, and but I love your heart. I love the genuineness of your heart and your desire to just reach out and build bridges with people of different faiths, and it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
So that's why I am excited to be involved with Genesis123. I actually got involved earlier this year. I actually met Jonathan last year via another Zoom with a mutual friend that we both have, who's also Orthodox Jew. And so it's been great. He's reached out to me, and I was busy for a bit, but I finally reconnected earlier this year, and it's been awesome. So
yeah,
thank you
now
so much.
it's a short time, but now we're good friends, and thank
I
you.
know. I know. I feel like I know
Real
you very
blessing.
well. So, and then the other thing I want to ask you, how do you see Genesis123 helping in particular with the Aliyah, helping with the Aliyah, the rescue and restoration of the Ethiopian Jews at this time? I think we have seen the numbers. They vary from 5,000 even up to 10,000 Ethiopian Jews that are remaining in Ethiopia. So that's the heart of this webinar, and what we want to do on the 15th is to make people aware of it. And we will have a two very engaging Ethiopian Jews who have made Aliyah, and they are phenomenal. We both talked to them. And but tell me how is Genesis123 planning to help in particular?
So before, I just want to give a very, very short history, because some people watching this may not understand that there were ever Jews in Ethiopia or why. And I don't want to get into the whole history. If someone's really interested, and it really is interesting, they should Google it. There's different reasons why there is this ancient Jewish community in Ethiopia, going from the relationship between King Solomon and Queen of Sheba to, I like to joke and I say that when we were leaving Egypt, Moses went straight and the tribe of Dan turned right and went south to Ethiopia. But for thousands of years, they existed thinking that they were the only Jewish people left. And it was very difficult existence there. They were persecuted because Ethiopia is really tribal. So they were never really accepted 100%. And life was not easy there. In the middle of the last century, in the latter half of the middle of the last century, the awareness of the existence and the commitment to bring home this ancient community what was made here in Israel. And it started off with an operation that was covert in the 1980s called Operation Moses. That's been made famous by a movie called The Red Sea Diving Resort on Netflix, yes. which is a good depiction, a little bit Hollywood, but still a good depiction. And why we're doing it now, before just talking about the what we're going to be doing or what we are doing, is this month was the incredible 30 years ago this month, the incredible anniversary of a heroic, miraculous airlift that took place to bring home nearly 15,000 Ethiopian Jews in a weekend. And Israeli planes shuttled back and forth and back and forth. I just like picking this virtual background because it depicts it. And then I was realizing that on one of those planes, it happens to be an El Al Cargo 747 that's pictured behind me. On one of those planes, maybe that very one, there was a world record set with over 1,000 people packed into one of those planes. So think about 1,000. There had to be at least 15 of those flights, but they weren't all packed to the gills like that. So this is amazing, and we're celebrating that milestone, and we're committing ourselves to an investment in the future and the well-being of the Jewish community, the remaining Jews, Ethiopian Jews. Most of them today are here in Israel, about 160,000. Many were born here, which is incredible. So we might even have third generation Ethiopian Jews here in Israel, but certainly second generation Ethiopian Jews. And several thousand, as you said, are still kind of stuck in limbo in Ethiopia. So our program is and we'll talk about it more on the 15th, is a very broad, comprehensive program to help to bring Jews and Christians together in something that we both have a heart for, and we understand the prophetic significance of the Jewish people coming home. And I know you and I have talked about this offline very personally, but I pray, if we're involved in it, great, I hope so. But I pray that we will, in our lifetime, see the closing of the chapter of the diaspora of the Jewish community of Ethiopia, and someone will figuratively pull the door shut and turn out the lights and hop on an airplane, and there'll be no more Jews in Ethiopia. And that'll be an incredible blessing. But there's work to be done. It's a different kind of immigration. Jews coming from Ethiopia come here with different needs than a Jew from the US or from Russia or from other countries. And so the purpose of our program and our campaign is to invest in those nonprofits that are doing really the best work with the greatest level of integrity. And so we're going to talk about that more on the 15th. But it's I've been in nonprofit for 35 years. I've run a lot of campaigns. There are very few that I've gotten really excited about to the point that you can't feel it, but my heart's racing thinking of the implications of what we can do together.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Jonathan. So we're planning on the 15th. This is the second of our webinars. We had one on the, was it the second?
Correct.
Yes, on the second, we had a dynamic speaker, Ethiopian Jewish young woman. and she was phenomenal. She will be joining us again, along with another young lady that we've met. And so as far as the time, it will be held at 2 p.m. Central Time in the US, and then Israeli time. Can you give that time, Jonathan?
It'll begin at 10 p.m. here on Saturday night, the 15th.
Okay, perfect. So
And
we hope
anyone else who's unclear about what time and what time zone they're in can certainly reach out to me at Genesis123.co, and I'll gladly help them figure out the time zone difference.
Okay.
But Parthenia, before we sign off, because a lot of your friends are going to see this who now know a little bit more about me and this program. I mean, there's so many reasons why you and I have become fast friends. And this is a program that really speaks to your heart, which is why we're co-hosting it. But say a few words to your friends who are watching. Why should they join? Why is it? Like, why is your heart also in this? And why should your friends, why are they going to be embarrassed if they don't join you on the 15th? I'm teasing.
Well, okay, so my heart is, I've shared this with Jonathan, you know, this is not only just the right thing to do, but also prophetically, it would be fulfilling prophetically the words of Abba from the Old Testament. Okay, so he has said that he will bring his children from the north, south, east, and west. So these are ones that need to come from the south, the remaining south, okay? And so I want my friends to really understand that they will be participating in prophetic fulfillment and fulfilling the heart of the Father to have his children back home in the land. What father does not want his children near him? An earthly father wants that, let alone a heavenly father. So I'm excited. And just to give a little background, my husband and I, when he was alive, we participated in the airlift with the Russian Jews. We wanted to help him bring his children from the north. And so now we're participating in bringing the children from the south. And we'll do the west and the east, whatever's necessary. But it's exciting because we actually get to participate in prophecy. And as I said, the biggest thing is it helps to fulfill the heart of the Father to have his children home. So that's my excitement.
I love how you said it, and I feel like this is such a great warm up for the 15th. But you know, living here, you get caught up in carpools and shopping, and yeah, we have a lot of stresses too, and life and work and everything. But it's so great to hear someone like you just to reaffirm that, you know, I'm not just living here by chance. It wasn't just a move. It was a biblical homecoming. And when I get to think about that, because I don't always get to think about that, it's what a privilege for me. It's not that I have 50 yard line seats. I'm playing the game, and it's so great. I'm like on the playing field. So I'm so grateful for you and your heart, and I can't wait for us to launch this with our special guests on the 15th and have all of your friends join us.
Thank you, Jonathan. This has been an awesome blessing, and I guess we'll see everybody on the 15th at 2 p.m. Central Time. That would be 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and what's that? 12
p.m. Eastern,
12 p.m.
12 p.m.
Pacific,
Western,
and 3 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, it's still early yet here, so I'm still waking up. Anyway, well, Shabbat Shalom, Jonathan. It is Friday. I know that you're about to celebrate Shabbat with your family, and blessings to you all.
And you. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye-bye.